Welcome to One Night in Mansfield. Last time when we left off, Rowen had been arrested on grounds of terrorism with a quick redemptive line that we're going to have to do another quick redact on something, and it might change what one of the characters does with the situation, but I highly doubt it. Meanwhile, Francis and Mira have been sent to search Rowan's apartment for clues and information as to why she is actually innocent of the professed crimes. The session will be taking place a few days after the arrest. Because I didn't want to rob you guys of the opportunity for at least finishing up the court hearing. Francis and Willow have been interns taking care of Rowan's shop, while Rowan is, incarcerated to make sure that her shop stayed open for sales. Rowan,
Cue the harmonica.
Rowan, would you please introduce yourself and let the listeners or watchers know how you're doing?
Uh, Hello, folks. I'm Rowan Hydronia Wren. As he said, I am currently in prison and very unhappy about it. And when I find the person who put me here, there's going to be a blood paste on a wall. Basically, Rowan's very, very angry at her entire situation, but mostly that she's angry that she had to bring her newfound friends in on her research. She never wanted to do that. She never intended to do that. But this person forced her hand. So yeah, she's not happy.
All right. Francis, over the past few days, you have cleaned out your truck, gotten rid of the stale Cheetos that have taken up residential smell, and put in a new air freshener. How are you feeling?
Not feeling great that may, that I lost a very big job opportunity, but honestly, it would have felt worse if something had gone if stuff had gone worse with Rowan. So he's doing okay. He's watching the shop sometimes. Other times, just kind of in the van waiting for work that is not coming.
All right. And finally, Mirabot with Sophia Ivanov. How have you been handling the last few days?
I've tried to go. I've been visiting as much as they'll let me, which is probably not much because they've been kicking me out. At least the last time they did, I believe. And going back to Rose's and not focusing on anything, and waiting for the answer to that's all those messages I sent like days ago.
All right. We'll actually be starting with you. You didn't actually have to wait days. About the time when we closed off last session, about sundown, a little before sundown, you got a text message. I'm sorry I wasn't able to answer immediately. You caught me while I was asleep. What's going on? How can I help?
Uh, my friend, something bad's happening. You met her the other night.
Yes, I remember, Rowan. What happened to her?
Can you believe they put her in jail?
For what?
I don't. I don't.
Okay.
Terrorism or something?
What needs? What do you need of me?
I don't. Is there any? Do you know anything or anyone or anything you?
I will try contacting a few people on my side. Who is her lawyer?
The lawyer's name was. God damn.
Ashley Magnolia.
Thank you. uh, it's Magnolia something. Ashley Magnolia.
I'll get back to you. The next, around morning, you actually hear. You get another response before you're actually awake, just saying, Ashley Magnolia is a good lawyer. I wouldn't. She's not my first pick for defense attorney, but she will get your friend out of it. I will help cover any compensation needed. Just let Rowan know you're paying for it. I will take care of it.
Thank you.
So, with that in mind, do you just kind of hang out at Rose's place, try not to focus on anything?
Yeah. I probably have something in front of me. It's probably mostly blank.
All right. The one red line correction I needed to make from last game. Last game I allowed Rowan to send 3 text messages, which she contacted Magnolia, Sophia, and Francis. She was, in fact, not allowed to send those 3 text messages. She was allowed 1 phone call, which she made to Magnolia and told her to contact you two. So, Francis, with that in mind, had you been contacted by Magnolia on Rowan's behalf, would you have turned down the job?
Probably, yeah. He would have still
Even
been concerned about that.
even if Magnolia said, "I've already contacted Sophia and she will be there."
Yeah, yeah, he
Okay,
would have.
I just want to make sure of that. It is Monday, the 3rd day after the arrest. Not Rowan, Francis and Sophia. What are you two doing?
Hmm. Well, is it my day to? Is it my day to watch the?
Willow knows that today is the day of the hearing and that while Rowan is important to her, you 3 have been developing a bit of a rapport together as a group.
Okay. So
So you would have had the day off, as it were,
okay, okay.
to attend the
So,
hearing if you wanted
yeah.
to. Despite the severity of the accusation, it is still a public hearing.
Hmm. All right. So I I'm guessing I know what time the hearing is.
Yes.
All right. If I have time, I'm gonna get cleaned up and do some art to relax. Try a clear head.
All right. Do you contact Sophia about this?
Yes.
How? Text message, phone call.
Text. He doesn't like phone calls. I'm just gonna text her like, "Hey, you going to the hearing?"
Of course, I'm
Concerned
going to the
face.
hearing.
You need a ride?
No, thank you. I think Rose will take me in.
I cleaned the van.
Oh, no, she wants to go as well. I think it's best if she takes me.
Okay, cool. See you there.
Rowan? It is the morning of your hearing.
All right. Get up and put on the nice clothes that have been set out for me for the hearing.
Over the past couple days, Magnolia did come to you with legal documents saying that you were allowing Willow and Francis to watch over the store in your leave, even though it was temporary. On the off chance that the worst would happen, your store would remain open and they would have legal rights to do as they needed to keep your business afloat. Do you agree? Did you agree to all that?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. Well, Magnolia brings you a change of very nice clothing to wear to your hearing. She is relaxed and calm about this, confident even.
I look to her and say only one thing. Why did you have to bring the heels?
I have the flats as well if you want.
You got the flats?
Yes.
I'm taking those. I hate wearing heels.
So, when you're ready, you are, of course, escorted to the courthouse.
I guess I'm ready as I'll ever be.
While being that this is a Monday, that you have a specially appointed time, Francis, Sophia, do you arrive before Rowan gets there?
Yes.
Yes.
So you two find seating in the public area, and while you're there, the normal proceedings happen, and it comes out that the eventually through the proceedings as Magnolia does initial representations and speaks for Rowan, there not being a whole lot for Rowan to say at this time, Rowan is allowed bail. She is not a flight risk, as she has reason to want to stay in Mansfield for now. However, a few things do come up. There's another charge levied against her. The use of illicit drugs, not legal in the state of Ohio.
One second. Sorry, folks, I'm having to move locations, so give me a moment.
And sorry, it is hallucinogenic drugs, illegal in the state of Ohio.
That be my fault.
I'm double checking my sources on that, but
Alright, because I need a moment to reset myself up.
all
I
right.
had to move locations. So I'll be right.
Got the answer I needed. Yep. Ecstasy is illegal in the state of Ohio. How are you guys doing tonight? Anyone drinking anything interesting or do anything interesting these past few weeks?
Mm, eh.
What about you, Mira?
I have had the weeks from hell.
Oh no.
What's up?
My employer is being themselves.
Oh, you mean the big A?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a hole, isn't it?
I is back.
Boy. Yep.
It's the big A hole.
It's the big a-hole.
Mira's employer.
Fair enough.
No, it's first letter of its name is A. And it's a hole.
Lovely.
Anyway, you are, while the initial charges are still under investigation, you are being charged with possession and use of an illegal hallucinogenic,
On what grounds? What is their proof?
a piss test. You came up positive in a piss test during processing.
Okay, but did they prove that I had been the holder?
They're investigating.
Okay.
You are, however, you will be allowed to have there is a bail of $1,500, and which would get you um, on a house arrest, which is your store, and you would be also, but you're not considered a flight risk.
Fair enough.
While you were while in the courtroom, however, you were addressed by, I believe you said Audrey Lee was your character's given name.
1 second for me. One moment, computer being stupid. I apologize. My computer is such a piece of crap.
So, are
Like
you
legit,
back?
it's not letting me.
Oh.
It's not letting me access my anything right now.
Okay, I'm pulling it up.
It should be somewhere in my notes.
Yeah, Audrey Lee is how you are addressed.
Lovely.
Initially, I should say that is the initial addressing, but Magnolia does produce some of the paperwork she kind of snuck in on you, saying that shows you have legally had your name changed to Rowan Hydrania Wren. And congratulations, you got me to say it twice on these videos. So from then out, the judge does address you as Miss Wren.
Good, because it was going to take a while before she would be able to answer her own name.
So, on these grounds, the court is dismissed. And the whole bail was argued down by Magnolia, was debated down.
All right.
So we're going to move forward to the post hearing. You guys are actually all allowed to gather together in the hallway. You won't escorted back to the holding chamber.
I go over and greet my, I guess they are her friends.
Go on.
Sophia?
Oh
Francis?
my. Hi, Rowan. Are you okay?
Embarrassed, annoyed, and quite honestly, I want to hit something.
Not it.
Of course not. I'm talking about whoever put me in this situation that I'm in now.
Oh, in that case, me too.
I would like to find them.
Yes, quite,
However, I have a
yes.
feeling.
Yes, you do you? Yes.
Oh god, he's here.
It's good to.
Remy, you're just the person I want to see.
Hmm? You want to see me? Okay, well, how can I help you, mademoiselle?
I'm pretty sure you're not as on the straight and narrow as many would like you to believe.
Now, why would you say something like that? You have no proof of that? I am a perfectly legitimate banker and businessman. Yes, quite.
That's what they all say.
Seems legit.
If you want to talk about such things like this, which I am not a part of, would you really think that this is the place to talk about this? Yes, quite, yes.
Of course not. I would prefer to speak to them. Well, we would have to be
You
spoken
wouldn't
in
want to
my
speak of
home
those
at this
things,
point.
right? Quite. You wouldn't want to speak about those things? Ever? Quite, yes?
At all, as a matter of fact.
Yes, quite. I hear you're in
However,
a predicament right now, yes? Yes, quite.
yes, and if you would let me finish a damn sentence.
Quite, yes. Go on, my dear, go on.
Remy, I have a website for you to investigate.
And what sort of website are you wanting, yes?
One that can't be found.
Um, oh, mademoiselle, there is no such thing as a website that can't be found. Yes, quite, yes. Everything has a trace. Everything on the internet does stay there in some capacity or another. Yes, quite.
She pulls him and whispers in his ear. The thing is, it went through the Vatican.
I wouldn't know anything about that. But again, this is not the place you would ever want to discuss about such things. Yes, quite.
Exactly, which is why I say we go.
Your bail has not been posted yet, though, has it?
Not as of yet. I was just about to do that.
It should be noted on these charges, your assets specifically have been frozen. Effectively, you have zero resources.
Ah,
Um,
lovely.
how much is it?
The bail has been posted down to $1,500 and house arrest.
Oh, I'll post it.
Thank
Remy
you,
looks
Sophia.
over at you with some impression. You have that kind of money? Yes.
What businesses of yours?
I mean, I'm always interested in knowing who does businesses. Quite. You are a
She's a
famous artist,
famous.
after all. Quite. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Then I will leave it to you. I believe that with that bail being posted, you would then be at house arrest. Yes, quite. Yes.
And I would like us all to reconvene within my home. I have a
Yes,
lot
quite.
to tell you all.
Yes, quite. Well, I will be there. Quite. Yes. Unfortunately, that means that my next statement will be a bit muted. Uh, Mademoiselle Sophia, Monsieur Francis, you are invited to the grand opening of my casino. Yes, quite. Yes.
We'll see if I'll be able to go.
Unfortunately, I do not think you will be able to go, Mademoiselle Ren. It is, of course, in a couple nights. Charges like these take a few more A bit longer than that to clear up. Yes, quite. Yes, yes.
All right then, save me a souvenir.
Someone please rip out my tongue.
Gladly.
Okay, I'll do it next week.
Oh, I'm gonna have to make sure Zarek listens to this just to see how I did with his character.
Was he always French?
No, I added that bit of a twist because he is from New Orleans.
Nolans.
Nolans.
New Orleans.
Nolans.
And there is quite a bit of French there.
Cajun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, Sophia, do you write a check? Do you hand out the cash? How do you access your resources to get this money?
I assume I'm not walking with $1,000 worth of cash.
Okay.
This
So
is you
I'm
we're talking about.
that is fair. uh, I
Hashtag
don't
pocket change.
need $1,000
Hashtag blessed.
in this place. So I will just. Why would I carry a check? Do they have a place for my card or something?
No, official government buildings do not have cards like place to swipe a card for big things like this. It is check or cash.
Do they have a place where I can get the cash, or can I send Rose home to find my checkbook?
There is a bank up the street a little bit.
I'll go there. I will get cash.
Then in the meantime, Rowan will be escorted back to the holding chamber.
I need
Sorry,
to collect
sweetie, I'll
my.
be back in a minute.
It's all right. Need to collect my new harmonica, anyways.
Remy, well, well, until what time shall we meet? Yes, quite, yes.
Well,
6 o'clock, yes, that's good, quite, yes. I will see you at 6. Good evening. He turns on his heel and leaves.
What a strange person.
as much as I like him, I want to punch him in the face.
Oh, you too?
He just has one of those voices.
Right? Yeah. I was just thinking the same thing.
Nice face, though. I'd probably aim for the stomach.
Well, I mean, that's where we disagree, but okay.
Sophia, do you try to leave before or after Remy?
I don't want to talk to Remy, so I just go when I just realize I have to get cash.
Okay, so he's actually following you then. And you can hear the click of his cane behind you as you're walking.
I'm going to ignore him because I just want to be sure he's following me.
As you get out to the street, it seems like you hear a few more clicks and then a door shut as a black Lincoln drives next to you. The passenger side rear window rolls down. Yes, Mademoiselle Ivanov, did you want a ride? Yes, quite, yes.
Oh, no, thank you. It's such a nice day out. I'm perfectly fine walking.
Well, if you ever need anything, please do not hesitate to call. Yes, quite.
Thank you so much, Mr. Remy, was it?
Remy is my name. Yes, quite. And the window rolls up, and the car drives off.
All right, I find the bank.
Do you have your wallet on you?
Yes.
Okay. This shouldn't be a follow-up question, but I've known too many idiots. Is your ID in your wallet?
Yes. We just went out the other night. It's in.
Okay. Then you go to the bank, you present your ID. It is Chase Bank. Does Sophia bank with Chase?
I mean, probably not.
So then to make a withdrawal like this is going to have a fee attached to it.
Oh no, I'm withdrawing $1,000. What's a $5 fee at this?
Oh, it's going. Your total withdrawal cost is going to actually, with double signature, is going to be $1,550.
Oh my. Yes. All right. All right. She feels kind of bad about the drug.
And also, it doesn't hurt that you're not actually, losing any money on this one. So you come back with the money.
Oh, he's paying her.
He's paying both the legal fee. He's paying the legal fees for this. He's covering it.
Oh yeah, there's no hesitation.
All right. So just roll a d10 for me.
Oh, what now?
A d10. 1d10. All right. You safely walk back to the courthouse. And you go up you wait through the line. You get through to the receptionist and you pay the fee in full, in cash. To which the clerk makes a call, and in about half an hour or so, Rowan, you are being driven back to your home and shop with a new ankle accessory.
Cute.
Not really.
Does it come in purple?
Nope.
You can have it in any color you want, as long as it's black.
With a red light or a green light.
Yeah.
I would like it to have a green light, and I'm
Oh
thinking
no, you don't get
a
to choose when
nice raven black.
sorry, it only comes in jet black. They're out of the Raven Black today, and the green light will just depend on your proximity and how far, if you move, you even kick your foot off the property line.
Can I at least go into my backyard?
That's part of your property, so yes.
Okay.
And so, you are back at your shop. Grimelkin comes back up to greet you.
Kidding me? He does a running jump into her arms.
Willow is sitting behind the cashier desk.
Willow, thank you so much. I'm sorry that you got involved with this.
He got me out of the house for a couple days. Lord knows I need to get out a little every so often.
Indeed. Around 6 o'clock, I am going to be holding a private meeting. I would like you to join us if you can.
Sure. I'll double check, but shouldn't be an issue with the family. I'll finish up this shift then.
Yes, I think I will go upstairs and take a shower.
Quick question, Sophia, do you grab a receipt?
Uh, the lady probably scribbles one out, and I probably throw it in my purse.
Okay, so you have the receipt. Cool. Sophia and Francis. No, yeah, Francis.
Yeah.
What research have you two done on the Lee Estate fire?
Hmm. probably just tried to see if there were any, if there was, try to find any news, anything on it, if any.
I was actually in the middle of writing some stuff up on it.
Yuki.
Just as a little bit of a prime of what you saw, there was no fully known cause of the fire, a few speculations. And really the entire estate was destroyed.
So just fire just showed up and nobody knows how it started.
No one has any exact ideas. The theory is the best theory that they have is that it started in the living room. That sound good?
Hmm. Okay.
I was asking Rowan. That sound about right?
Uh, unknown cause. The main theory was actually that it was purposeful and thought out.
But the origin being in the living room.
Yes.
So that's what you get.
Okay.
And that it happened in Pennsylvania.
Hmm. Okay.
Sophia, have you tried doing anything?
She's probably looked it up on not much more than that.
Okay, so you haven't gotten much information. And yeah, you get the same basic info. Um, do you two have anything you want to do prior to 6 o'clock?
Just
Because Rowan is going to veggie on her bed.
With a cat.
Yeah, for the first time in a few days after taking a shower.
Yep.
Francis is gonna do what he always does when he has too much spare time.
Play with his beads.
See, I wouldn't put it like that, but yeah,
Is that
he's
an innuendo?
he's gonna play with beads in his van.
His considerably better smelling van.
See, I still think still think the whole thing is just fake news, propaganda against Francis.
Smells like flowers now.
Why do they have to be flowers? Okay.
Okay, to be specific, vanilla.
There we go. That's more like it.
Hey, vanillas are flowers.
Yeah, they are.
Yes. And I do have vanilla air fresheners in my truck.
Uh, during
Haha.
this time, have you, because you were also working in the shop, have you set up like a stall or some sort of booth to do that with?
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I guess he would. Just a little.
So I will say this, Rowan, when you first came back up to your um home, when you were first looking outside, you do see that next to it, because the courthouse is actually in walking distance from Rowan's shop, but next to it is Francis' van and what looks to be setting up camp, as it were.
Yeah.
Sophia, do you want to do anything before the meeting?
Two things.
Yep.
The first one is I'm going to send a message that just says she's home now, everything's. And the second is I'm going to start just kind of passively looking up information on Remy, trying to figure out why he might have been.
Why you might have been there at that time?
Mm-hmm. And why he might have semi-followed me.
I was just checking for music. Okay, how are you researching?
Same way I researched the fires for right now. I'm just gonna look him up, and you know what? While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to send a message also to that number that just says, "What is the deal with Remy?"
You mean, you send a text message over to Sven?
I do.
All right. You have at this point gotten used to the fact that generally, uh, Sven does sleep through the day. With a few, there's a few variants. Sometimes he's up a little before sundown. Sometimes he's up a little bit. I mean, he get wakes before sundown. Sometimes he's awake a little after sundown. But generally, sundown's about the time you can reliably expect him to start answering you. As
Okay.
for, so, but when he does answer you, which has been frequently through these past few days, though you haven't actually seen him, he has been on top of it, like giving you his attention. He's also let you know that he's been on a business trip out to Chicago, which is why he couldn't stay. Apparently, something to do with his production manager has been going sideways, and he needed to take care of the situation personally.
While I wait for him to wake up, I'm gonna see if I can find anything on my own.
Sure, go ahead and give me an intelligence research. All right. You don't have research, do you?
No.
Okay, so that would have actually been a difficulty 7, which means you fail. You really don't find anything on Remy. Nothing pings for him, not even a face. You don't even find a Facebook account.
Huh. That in itself's a bit odd, but I'm just I'm just gonna get ready for the meeting. Maybe see if I can find something to take over to run.
All right.
Chocolate.
I mean,
You
it's
can
not
never
that
go
hard.
wrong with chocolate.
Eff
I'll look for it.
Effectively, right now, you do only have two. You're down a point in your resources, but that's just for right now. You'll be getting it back. But as for the terms of this game, until you're able to meet up with Sven, you are -1 point for your resources. All right. Nonetheless, buying some comfort food for Rowan is easy. You still don't have to worry about it. Remy, do you set up to actually peddle your wares? Not Remy, Francis. Do you set up to peddle your wares?
Sure. I'm just set up just put arrange them in nice little groups of by price, and I'm currently working on another one while I wait
All
for
right.
people's.
I mean, during the day, especially a weekday, foot traffic is pretty good around here. So you can usually get people who look. If you want to actually make a roll to sell stuff, I'll need to know how you're going about selling it. Are you just going with the quality of the work, or are you trying to talk people into buying?
Um, he's not good at talking to people, so just going on the quality of the work. If people see something like whoa, that's a cool thing. It's like, oh, would you like to buy it? It is only several money.
Okay, if that is the case, go ahead and give me a charisma craft roll.
Charisma craft. Roll. Roll. Buttons.
Ooh, and because you are trying to sell your perler beads and just going for the quality, go ahead and explode that 10 for me.
Exploded.
5 successes!
Several money.
Yes, today is a great day for you. Like, you're
Yay!
making bank. Several, like, behind you, you have that mural, the metal slug mural. That's kind of your backdrop. Like, and someone actually offers to buy that from you.
Whoa! Nice.
So I'm going to have to make a quick edit to your sheet.
Oh boy, oh boy.
While you're selling this,
Sorry, do I try what?
do you actually try talking to them about your work?
Uh, sure. I tell them that I do this stuff all the time, and I am I can do custom work if people want it.
Okay, this is the point I want you to roll me just a. This is going to be charisma performance.
Oh boy. Charisma perform. Do the thing.
All right. So they kind of nod. You. They ask if you have a business card.
Boy, do I. Uh, uh,
Or how
do
they
I?
could. Do you have business cards? Like, uh,
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure at some point Rowan would have suggested it.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like at this point, if he's trying, he at this point, if this is what he's doing all day now, he would have got some.
all right. So yeah, you are able to offer them a business card.
Yeah, a business card for the bead van.
Hmm. And with that, not only do you get a resource in finance, you also increase in fame.
Oh
You are
boy!
now at fame 3.
Yay!
You are actually known throughout the city. You're starting to get known throughout the city with all this.
Nice.
Congratulations.
This is a happy day. This almost makes up for the really big job.
No, no, it
Uh,
doesn't.
let me dream.
No, this really does not.
But
Let
I'm
me
happy,
guess.
damn it.
I know you're
That would have
happy.
been lots of monies.
That would have
So
been lots of
there would have been several money, yes.
thousands of money because the job to drive down to Mohican and back was going to get him 50 grand.
Damn.
Yeah, it was fuck off money.
It was definite fuck off money.
So, but that said, you've had a really good day up to 6 o'clock. Are you packing up shop by time Sophia shows up?
Yeah, I'm just finishing up a bead sprite of Dracula from Castlevania.
Wait, are you doing it like the anime that recently came out or the old game?
I'm doing Symphony of the Night Dracula.
Nice.
Because I can, probably. I'm actually looking at the sprite right now. It's not that hard.
No, probably isn't.
It's a lot of red, though.
Yeah, it is.
Do
I
it.
unfortunately are kind of down on reds at the moment.
Damn it, I need 204 more.
So Sophia, you walk up on Francis as he is mumbling to himself about needing 204 more red beads.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I need to get some more beads to finish this one. Like I point at the half-finished sprite.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just packing up. I'm gonna head in.
Are you
Go
coming?
on in. I'll be right in.
Do you need help or anything?
Uh, yeah, if you don't mind, just those get those ones, put them in that tote over there, and I'll get these ones.
Sure.
Packing.
Bonding.
Yay!
This is adorable. They all just start talking to each other.
Have you done anything good recently?
This whole mess, it just has me so distracted. I'm hoping to finish something soon. I miss being able to focus on it. I miss being able to.
Well, I kind of do my stuff when I can't focus. It it helps me focus on thoughts on my thoughts and stuff as I'm putting down the beads.
Hmm. Well, you do a great job.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from somebody who's successful. I really like your work too. I've seen more of your stuff.
Sorry about that. Everything muted itself.
Ugh.
Sorry, you guys can't see me right now, but I'm just kind of like, ah, hey, my little artists are talking and being friendly. They've grown.
Yeah.
Actually, question for Sophia. I know you said you were trying to spend time at Rose's place not thinking about anything, but did you spend any time at the bookshop not thinking about anything?
She probably passed by and checked up on it at least a few times.
Okay, I just wanted to know. You do see Willow in the window. She waves at you with a soft smile.
Good evening.
Good evening, Sophia. It's good to see you. How are you doing?
A lot better now. How are you?
Well, I can't say that these past few days have been enjoyable with the stress, but at the same time, I like it here. It's got a good vibe to it, doesn't it?
It's quiet.
Well, I guess right now we just gotta wait for Rowan to come downstairs and then uh Magnolia to get here, then Remy.
They hear movement.
Your room since the incident has actually been cleaned up. It's not
Thank
how
goodness.
you left it, but it's not in bad repair.
Good. Rowan comes downstairs to greet everyone, though she's She's not in I'm going to go out and socialize clothes. She's basically in pajamas.
I mean, it's not like she can go out and socialize.
Yeah, it's also showing her level of caring right now.
Do you want to describe the pajamas for those listening at home?
Certainly. It's she somehow managed to get a hold of Disney's Maleficent set of pajamas. How they are
In
in her
adult
size.
size.
Yeah, how they're in her size, nobody knows.
The Disney online store. Just saying.
You will never know my secrets.
So the Disney online store, got it.
I don't think they actually make those pajamas, but if they did, I would buy them in a heartbeat.
This is
Just
World of
saying.
Darkness. They make those pajamas in the World of Darkness.
She's wearing those pajamas.
It is canon now.
Yes.
'Kay. And that's probably going to be the running gag through our World of Darkness game series on it, isn't it?
That Rowan secretly loves Disney? Yes,
No, the adult size Maleficent pajama set.
probably.
Anyway, so
I just don't understand why it's not a real thing.
I know, right? She
So-
looks at them.
yep, go ahead.
So, where's everyone else?
Magnolia had a few things to finish up at her practice. She'll be along as soon as she can. Remy, what time is it?
Fashionably late.
What time is it? Clock shows about 5:56.
Yeah. Remy will most likely be fashionably late. Tea, anyone?
Sure.
Sophia?
Oh, yes, please. Oh. And she finds whatever she brought. This is for you, by the way. Welcome.
There's an audible gasp at the Ferrero Rocher chocolates. I know just the tea to go with those. Though, if anyone wants the coconut ones, have at. Actually, save those for Magnolia. Those are her favorites.
So, as you finish, how many cups do you put out for the tea?
I basically make a nice big pot of tea and then set out 1 cup for everyone.
All right. As do you have a clock that has a bell at your shop?
Yes.
As soon as it starts ringing for 6, the door opens. And Remy walks in. Yes, quite. I've made it. Yes, quite. Yes. Oh, is this for me?
I
He
throw a
picks up a...
chocolate at him.
One moment. Are you actually going to try to hit him?
More of a. I just sort of pop one in his mouth, just like shut.
Oh, he's still in the doorway when he's walking in. The kitchen is on the
I
far
walk.
side.
Damn it. Fine. Yes, I will actually throw
Just
a
baseball pitch
foiled
into his mouth.
chocolate at him.
Go ahead and give me a Dex Athletics,
Yay.
difficulty 6. All right, you go to throw it at him, and when it should hit, an arm springs out and catches it, but gently enough that he doesn't crush the chocolate. Yes, thank you, Marcus, thank you. Yes, quite, yes. Thank you for the chocolate. Is this cup for me? He goes over and just grabs a cup.
I mean, that was my okay.
And the chocolate's for you too.
Yes, quite. Thank you. But I don't eat any chocolates I don't buy myself. No offense. It's a personal habit of mine from when I was down in New Orleans. Yes,
Then your
quite.
friend can have it.
Yes, he can. Quite. Yes. He produces almost an identical chocolate of his own. Big business can be quite cutthroat at the time, especially in casinos. Yes, quite. You never know you can trust and not trust. It is no offense, and I do not mean to be rude. Quite, yes.
No, believe me, I completely understand.
Stops for a moment, kind of levels a gaze. Do you now? Yes, quite, yes.
That's one of the reasons I have called everyone here,
Hmm,
is to tell you and how well I can understand that.
quite, yes. Well, shall we wait for everyone to get here? I notice that Ashley Magnolia Esquire is missing. Yes, quite, yes.
Yes, she'll be along shortly. She had to close up.
I see, quite, yes. Yes, quite. Well, in the meantime, he snaps his fingers from the open hand, because he put his glass down and still holding his cane, and Marcus produces 4 envelopes. One addressed to Francis, one to Sophia, one to Willow, and there's one addressed to Magnolia.
Oh boy.
These are your invitations to my grand opening. Yes, quite. I expect to see you there, quite. Yes. Oh, and don't think I
Oh,
forgot about you, Mademoiselle Wren. Snaps his finger again. And instead, there is a small package produced for you.
I take it, open it.
There is inside a deck of cards, 2 6-sided dice, and a small stack of chips.
My souvenirs. Thank
Yes,
you, Remy.
quite. You got the first deck that went through that building, the first dice that went through that building, and the first of each chip set. Those are yours. Yes, quite. They've been marked so that way you can't. The chips have been marked so you can't bring them in for actual money. Yes, quite. But they are still of significance. Quite. Yes.
I will treasure them.
I'm sure you will. Yes, quite. Yes.
She goes and puts them up in her room.
Did you actually pour the tea into the cup that Remy claimed?
Yes.
Darn, I was hoping you'd just make the noise at it. No, he slurps the tea.
Rowan just silently says, indirect kiss.
scandalous.
It had to be said.
A few minutes later, the door when you come back down, the door opens, and Magnolia is in it. Do you want me to lock?
Yes, please.
She turns, locks the door, walks forward, has a
All
seat.
right. She passes Magnolia the ugh, coconut chocolates.
A smile and a polite nod. Thank you.
You know I don't like them, and I know they're your favorite.
They are. We do have some things that we need to discuss, just so that you're made aware of the entire situation.
Then go ahead and go first.
These are concerning legal proceedings. Do you give me leave to speak about them in front of everyone?
Yes.
Your entire cost for my services has been compensated by a third party.
Interesting.
They wish to remain anonymous for it, but they say it is a gesture of goodwill.
On that note, I think I have a theory, but all right.
Yes, quite. That is unusual. Yes, quite. Yes. Bippidoo.
Anything else?
That is the main thing.
All right, then I will start off this party with my real name. While I have indeed changed my name to Rowen and would much prefer everyone to call me that, it is not my given name. My given name is Audrey Joanna Lee, of the Lee
Yes.
family of Carlisle,
Yes,
Pennsylvania.
the Lee family. I've heard of you. Yes, quite. Yes.
My family was headed by my father, who was a very wealthy businessman from very old money. His name was Brom Wolfram Lee,
Yes,
and
quite. My grandfather had dealings with your fathers. Yes, quite. Yes, Pip.
Remy, for once in your life, please shut up. This is very hard for me to share.
I'm simply trying to relieve the brevity of this, but as you
I
request.
understand, but thank you. My mother actually has something in common with you, Sophia, in two different ways. My mother was famous for her artistry. She made most beautiful tapestries. As a matter of fact, her middle name was Sophia. Her full name was Lillian Sophia Harris Lee. I had no other family save for my parents and my godmother. My godmother was not a famous woman, simple bookkeeper. I lived with my family until I was 11 years of age. At 11, I heard shouting, a scream, and then all I could smell was smoke. I ran out. Tried to run downstairs, but there was so much fire. It was spreading far too fast. I managed to get out of the house, but my parents were not so lucky. Their bodies were found after the fire had been put out. Everything was gone. Not a single thing left. The point of origin was found in the living room. Many believed that it was a very well thought out, purposeful murder. And I do say murder. They had two theories: murder-suicide, which I threw out immediately. My father would never do such a thing, and neither would my mother. But they do believe that it was no accident. My research started off with trying to look up the murders, trying to find out if there was any correlation with anything else, trying to find out who did it. I never found out anything. I just barely got my hands on everything else that the coroner could provide. Some information from the police. And found out something that I just seemed to make everything worse. I found out that my mother had been pregnant. I was going to be a big sister. that never came true. Ever since then, I've been able to hear strange voices in my head, almost like it's my parents still speaking to me. I put it down to PTSD, most likely. But after a while, I began researching other things. I began researching the supernatural. Mostly, my
Quick moment.
endeavors have been placed.
The keening song has returned.
Most of my research went into vampires, into magic. And before you start thinking that I wish to bring my parents back from the dead, I can tell you right now that that is flat out ridiculous, and from what I have read from magic, would be possibly one of the most dangerous things anyone could possibly do. So I will tell you right now, I have no interest in it. I never intended to share any of this with any of you, but it seems my hand has been forced.
Why do you say that?
When I was caught, when this whole mess started, was because I will tell you all, I was on the dark web, as I have found my way onto it several times. I was looking for more information on vampires, supernatural, that sort of thing. I had no interest in anything else. And I found myself on a website about hunters.
Everyone give me a perception expression. Perception empathy roll.
Including me.
Yep.
Lovely.
Hmm.
Sophia? There we go. I don't believe you have a specialty in perception or... No, because you're only rolling 3 dice.
No.
Rowan, sorry. Mira, do you have empathy as a skill? Not that it changes your roll, I just want to know.
I don't think so. Let me check
It's
though.
a talent. Do you guys do any of you have empathy as a talent?
I have
Yes.
expression.
Yeah, but this is an empathy roll.
I do not.
Okay, so you're still at 2 successes though. Gotta remember, when I ask you to make a roll with the ability that you don't have, the difficulty goes up by 1.
All right.
It doesn't change the result of your roll. For Mira and Francis, when she says the hunter net, you two just feel like the room gets a little tense with that. Rowan, it isn't the room that got tense, but some of the people that you were talking to got tense when you said hunter net.
Do I know who?
Not with 2 successes. You just know
All right.
that one of the 5 people in the room before you, at least one of the 5 people in the room before you, are uncomfortable with the hunter net.
Right. May I continue?
Yep.
Well, after finding myself on this hunter net, someone started to speak with me, asking me who I was, what I was doing there, and then asked me a very odd and yet simple question of what I would do if I found out the supernatural was real. I answered honestly, but I don't think I answered what he wanted.
What did you answer, mademoiselle?
That I would do nothing.
Everyone give me that roll again.
Again.
So, Mira, you only have 2 successes. Because you don't have the empathy
Oh,
talent.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Francis, is that your... Yeah, that's your second roll.
Yeah.
So, Rowan, you don't notice the change. Mira, what you thought was the room got tense, you now realize it was someone because they relaxed. So when Rowan said that she would do nothing, one of the at least one of the 4 other people relaxed.
Do I know who?
Not with 2 successes.
Do it!
Oh, she didn't know who tensed up with 2. Why would you know who relaxed with 2?
Welcome to the club.
However, Francis, you see that Willow and Magnolia relax when Rowan says she wouldn't do anything.
Curious.
You may continue.
If you're wondering what I meant by not the answer he wanted, I think you wanted me to say that I would do something. And quite honestly, I don't like the idea of what he thought I might want to do. As for what I mean by do nothing is, I'm merely interested in my research. I have no interest in the actual supernatural. If I were to meet one, I would most likely want to converse with them and learn more about them for my research and be on my way. That's about it. But I think the name Hunter is quite obvious of what he wanted. As for how I ended up here and with the name that I have now, about 2-3 years ago, I was living in my apartment. One day I went out with my hard copies of my research to the local library. When I came back, what would not have been noticeable to anyone but myself, things were out of place. I checked on my laptop. Any information that I had on the supernatural was completely wiped off of my computer, as were a few family photos. I was a little more angry about the family photos. Such things are irreplaceable. Something in the back of my mind, I do not know what, repeatedly told me I was in danger, that I needed to leave, and leave now. So that's what I did. I packed up everything, and Audrey went to South America, and Rowan, Hydronia Wren, came here to Mansfield, Ohio. Oh, and I actually adopted Grimalkin after I moved here. He's been a very good companion. And I've known Magnolia and Willow since I moved here. Neither one of them knew about this either. I've continued my research. And as for why I ended up in the prison, was because I tried to find that website again. When I did, the gentleman said that he would make me leave. So I decided to make me out as a terrorist. And when I find this gentleman, either intend to turn him into a bloodied paste. I don't like people messing with my research. I don't like being made a fool of. Do you have any questions?
Do you know how to get? Do you have an idea of how you could get back to this hunter net? And yes, bit.
I could do it from another computer. I would need major assistance in making sure that he did not find out that it was me again.
You will probably need another computer anyway.
And besides, I think I'm going to need an entirely new laptop anyways.
Based off what you have said and what you told me prior to your first hearing, the charges of terrorism have no water. The specific purpose was to get that laptop away from you.
Most likely.
He might have gotten the
So-
laptop so he had your research. If it even was a he.
True.
Did they identify themselves in any way?
No. And I'll have you know I didn't either. I said my name was nobody. Then he asked, on saying that everyone was nobody here. I said my name was Odysseus.
Yes, that's good joke that one, Rowan. I appreciate your humor. Yes, quite, yes.
Thank you. Thankfully, none of my full research, I like to keep it in hard copy now instead of on my laptop. The only thing I lost was maybe a few records at the shop.
No, the actual shop records are there. Your journal is not.
My journal?
Your journal was taken.
My journal is hardback.
Yeah,
It's an actual book.
yeah,
I want that back.
they took it.
She looks to Magnolia with this very serious look. I want that journal back, though.
I understand. It's hopefully in the evidence locker and will remain there until you are cleared of all charges.
Damn well better be. There's a lot of hard work put in that journal. But to
Francis?
answer your question,
Oh,
Hmm?
sorry.
But to answer your question, Remy, yes, I have an eidetic memory. I think I can easily get back to that website.
Yes, good. Yes, quite. Willows picks up. Remy? Not Remy. Francis? Sophia? Do either of you have anything to say?
Francis is kind of looking at Willow and Magnolia, just considering, just like, should I ask about the hunter thing? Nothing just yet.
Sophia, do you have anything?
Sophia, she's not 100% sure what to make of it quite yet. For once, she'll save her questions for later.
I believe this is the time for questions.
That right now.
What?
Oh, I said not right now.
Oh,
So why are you bringing this to our attention now? What is your goal by letting us know?
Because I finally remembered. She looks to Sophia. What you and that dance made me think of.
What do you mean?
The night you and Sven danced. I saw something there.
What about it?
And I couldn't remember what. Till I thought about it, and I thought about it, and finally I have it. The way you two effortlessly moved together as one. The way you worked together. Made me realize that perhaps doing this alone may not be the best choice. That perhaps what I am researching is not working alone. And by having others help me in this, welcoming others into this, I might get further than I've ever gotten before. But that is only if you all want to join me in this.
I have your back. That's why I represented you. Yeah, Magnolia and I will help you.
Thank you. Remy, Francis, Sophia, what do you say?
Well, I come from a family that dabbles a lot in voodoo. Yes, quite. So I have much reason to believe that this stuff is real. Quite, yes, yes. So if you want my assistance, I will give you what I can. Yes, I don't know much about legal, but we had other things that you wish to discuss. Yes, quite, yes. Perhaps an arrangement could be made for that. Yes, quite.
Thank you, Remy.
When he says an arrangement can be made, he does gesture back up in your room. We're not talking about this here.
Rowen gives a nod of understanding.
And he begins to walk that way.
I'll be back.
Behind you walks Marcus. He waits at the door. Lets you close behind him. No, in front of him. So, yeah. He obediently waits and watches over Sven, and Francis, Sophia, and Willow and Magnolia. Do you guys do anything? Being Sophia and Francis, do you guys have anything to say or do right now?
Mm, no, Francis is kind of just trying to think stuff over.
Sophia?
I'm sorry, who's following Rowan?
Uh, it was Remy, Rowen, Marcus. And Marcus is down at the foot of the stairs in front of the closed door, watching you and everyone else.
I do not like that. And where did Remy?
Remy walked upstairs. He wanted to talk to Rowan privately.
Can I, like, can I kind of? How close can I get to the bottom of the stairs before Marcus reacts?
Marcus is right in front of the door. So there's bottom
Okay,
of the stairs, door, Marcus.
actually, the way that I still need to go over this with you, but the way I had it set up was there's a door that leads into the kitchen, and the stairs are actually in the kitchen.
Okay, then he's standing at the foot of the stairs.
So
And
you could go into the kitchen, but you would not be able to go up the stairs.
if you linger in there too long, he will react.
I'll I'll risk it. I'll just be taking an exceptionally long time to get a glass of water and just trying to listen.
Well, given the
Go
fact that you have
ahead
no
and
idea where my glasses are.
yeah, go ahead and give me a manipulation subterfuge and then a perception. And trying to think, because you're also trying to listen in, so you're going to have two different roles here. So, perception investigation. Okay, what is your specialty in subterfuge? And that's, well, that too. In charisma and manipulation and subterfuge. What are your, yeah, what are your
Um,
specialties?
I don't have anything written down for manipulation. I have just manipulation written down in my notes. That's
Hang
strange.
on. This is why I collect actual books.
Books is good.
I agree.
So for manipulation specialties, you can take things like beguiling, commanding, ingratiating, persuasive. I'm going to grab an actual book, not the log book, though. Hang on. All right, so silver-tongued, imposing, persuasive, ingratiating, gib, charming, or devious. What
Bump
sounds like
off after charming.
Sophia? Sorry, did you want to take silver-tongued, imposing, persuasive, ingratiating, gib, charming, or devious?
What is the last one?
Devious?
Oh, I like that.
Of course, it's the last one that we could never hear that she would want.
All right, you do get to explode that 10. So go ahead and roll another d10. Very nice. Oh, Francis, make sure that you don't have any of your health bars marked. You should be fully healed.
Okay. Fixing. There.
Now with subterfuge, you also can pick a specialty because you do have 4 points in that. So that's little white lies, innuendo, find weaknesses, fast talk, or gossip.
Innuendos is specialty.
Yep.
Really good at innuendos.
Oh no!
Like Animaniac's good at innuendos.
Good night, folks.
So what specialty do you want to take for subterfuge? Oh wait, never mind. You do only have 3 points in subterfuge. Never mind.
Oh, we're looking forward to the innuendos.
However, you have 4 successes to basically convince him you're really just trying to get a glass of water. Now I need your perception and investigation to listen in. which you do not have investigation, so the difficulty will be 7. No successes. You're making too much noise to eavesdrop. Remy stands. Rowan. Remy stands by your
I
door and waits for you to go in.
There is no door at the top of the staircase.
You know what I mean.
Yes. And offers him a seat.
He takes it with a polite nod. Where do you
The
sit?
cat. I sit one cushion seat away from him.
So what's on the couch?
And, well, yeah, and the cat is directly in between us.
So, business.
Yes.
You want me to investigate this hunter net for you? Yes?
Yes.
What do you know of these hunters? How do you want my assistance, I should ask?
I want to find out who they are.
Well, based on
What
the
it is.
name, they are hunters.
And from what he has asked, hunters of the supernatural. Or at least, that's what they like to believe.
So based off that, what assistance would you like me to provide? Money? Weapons? Underground?
Underground.
Just that.
Money, I can do myself. Weapons, I'm a pretty good shot.
I'm not asking if you are a good shot or need someone to hold the weapon for you. Do you have the weapon?
Yes.
Okay.
What I need is information. I want to know who this person is, who they were.
Do you really
I
think
want
it's just
to
one
find
person?
them. No. Most likely it is, and most likely it's impossible to find one person. But if you can at least find information, I think we can go from there.
What can you tell me now?
I describe what the Hunter web looked like, what the web page looked like. I describe the conversation.
Remy pulls out a small notebook and shorthands everything.
I describe the places that I passed through while chasing him down the first time and the second time.
You actually didn't look too closely when you were getting there the first time, so you don't know where it popped through. But you do, but he does kind of look up in surprise. The Vatican. You went through the Vatican.
I've been there a couple times.
That explains why the terrorism charges were so easy to get. I'm surprised we didn't get Interpol on this, in which case all hands are off.
I've. It was one pass through then. I've never actually fully been into the Vatican's libraries, though I have a feeling that they would have a lot of information on things, but I don't want that kind of trouble.
Well,
On
even
my
passing
doorstep.
through something like that is like just passing through the CIA databases.
She kind of gives this look of, I may have done that.
So you understand the exact brevity of doing that exact thing.
Yes, I do.
Now then, before I do anything, what do you have to offer me?
What do you want?
Well, I have plenty as it is. I've always started making up a hold here in Mansfield. I have my base in New Orleans. What do you have to offer,
Well,
Miss Audrey Lee? Sorry,
don't call me
Rowen
that.
Wren.
Thank you. She actually looked visibly hurt when he said her original name.
He is unmoved when he says that. There is no emotion in saying that. I want to have a good business deal here.
Well, you already have plenty of money. You said that yourself.
I run a casino.
Exactly. But I do have something I think I can offer.
Which is,
Well, you know I'm good at research. I'm also good with linguistics if you have anything that you need translated or any books that you require for certain purposes. I can get them.
hmm. And you would cover the cost of acquiring these books?
Yes.
I'm not saying I'm accepting this as full payment. I will begin my research. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong camera. I will begin my research, and then I will come to you with the full cost of my research before giving it to you.
Fair enough.
He then opens up his notepad again, back to the page he was noting on, writes an X and a line, flips it over to you to sign.
I sign it.
And then he writes another one under here. Marcus. At this point, from down in the kitchen, Marcus turns around, comes back up. Would you sign here, please? Marcus pulls out his own pen, signs, and then Francis signs as well. Marcus will serve as witness to this arrangement.
Fair enough.
Okay. Now I have to put my pupil face back on. Excuse me.
Why do you do that?
He always steps up and is starting to walk out without answer. Marcus behind him.
I follow him.
He steps down into the kitchen. Yes, Mademoiselle Ivanov, if you want to use the cups out of that cabinet over there, you'll probably have much better luck. Yes, quite, pip pip.
How did you even know that?
Remember, I hired the man who designed these cabinets and put them up.
Yes, but you don't know where I would put my water glasses.
But he would. And he came and did work for them, did he not? Yes, yes, quite, pip pip, yes.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, you will not be seeing much more of Mr. Carmine. Yes, quite. He finished his contract and has moved on to his next assignment. Quite, yes, pip pip.
I figured as much.
So, while that was all going on, I'm going to swap back over to Francis again.
Yeah.
There is a large amount of noise coming from the kitchen, but otherwise, you, Willow, and Magnolia are left alone.
Okay. So Francis is just gonna kind of just try. I can talk. I swear. Just gonna look at them and be like, so Hunter stuff's pretty weird, huh?
Who's
What's
that?
that even about?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, it's some pretty wild stuff.
You don't mean to actually tell me you believe in all that supernatural stuff, do you? Francis is clearly crazy. Not Francis, Remy is clearly crazy.
Oh, no doubt. But you two seemed very, very interested when it got brought up.
Magnolia turns to you. It is more information for her case. Knowing what she did, what
Hmm.
she said, can either impede her case or put it through.
All right, that makes sense. And how about you?
So go ahead and roll me a perception empathy again.
Perception, empathy. Beep. Things.
She's not telling you everything, but you can't quite tell where to push to get more of the answer that you're looking for, because she is telling the truth in the fact that what Rowan was saying there could make or break her case.
Hmm.
And I'm not really using these too much. I'm sorry.
Well,
Oh, just the NPCs and pictures that we made. I'm not using them a whole lot. I keep forgetting to.
yay.
You're up now.
I'm up.
Yeah, I'm just your picture. Anyway, do you talk to. Did you try to readdress Willow in that?
Yes. Well, well, it makes sense that it's her that pertains to her case, but why were you you seemed concerned or interested when she brought that up as well?
Aren't you concerned? A group that calls themselves hunters has threatened her. If they're hunters, they're called that for a reason, and it was on the dark web. I'm
Hmm.
no genius, but I'm pretty sure they hunt things. And Rowan might be hunted now.
Guess I could see that. But they asked, but before they tried to screw her over, they asked if she believes in supernatural stuff. So are they hunting supernatural things or people looking for supernatural things?
I don't know. I'm not one of them.
That sounds like something someone who is one of them would say.
Try me then. Try me.
No,
If I
it's a,
was, do you have any proof of it?
no. I was just messing around.
I hardly think this is the time to mess around, Francis.
It was out of character, but okay. Yeah, 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 I know. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this whole thing.
So are we. And I don't want there to be a proverbial witch hunt between us. We are who we got right now.
Yeah.
And, oh, do you got something else?
Nope.
Then with that, we will take a quick break just to catch our breath. I'm going to
Yeah.
turn on some different musics. Please talk about amongst each other, like serious. Unless you guys are also standing up to stretch your legs or something.
No, I was just gonna say with the whole thing of she's also being hunted, and it's just like you have no idea.
Also, I'm glad you find this kind of scary. Honestly, I'm trying to.
Not particularly. I'm finding this amusing.
Well, last game during the break, you did say that this was some scary stuff.
Oh yeah, it's definitely some freaky ass stuff. It's scary. It's going all sorts of weird hills and up and down, but it's fun.
Hey, that's what I want. So anyway, I'm gonna stretch my legs, go to the bathroom, mingle. I'll be back to do some more mingling.
So, what do you think of my tragic backstory?
He's very tragic.
So sad.
I know, right?
Does this make you the rogue of the party?
Obviously.
Nice.
So yeah, I have obvious tragic backstory sorts of stuff. Yay.
I have a van.
That smells like vanilla.
And not
Yes.
Cheetos, so vanilla's kind of gross.
Listen. You can't. You can't have.
It's better than the Cheetos.
If you step into a hot car, would you rather it smell of Cheetos or overwhelmingly of
Overwhelming vanilla.
It's
Because-
alleged vanilla.
Because we don't know what type of Cheetos he had in that van.
Cheese puffs.
They could be flaming hot.
Exactly, and those things would smell terrible after they've gone stale.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So yeah, I just full on expositioned out my character. You now know a bunch about her. Congratulations.
Hooray!
Achievement unlocked.
Just achievement unlocked. You sly dog. Got them monologuing.
So when will we unlock your backstories?
I am an open book. I have a van.
That's your backstory?
Yes.
That really is. So
I
we
mean,
can. There's
his
still more
parents
to
are
flesh
doing-
on.
His parents are doing well. He's doing well. He has a van.
Can't
Eh?
he can't
Backstory is van.
he can't get he can't go anywhere without his sunglasses.
But that's due to genetic disease, isn't it?
Probably.
So the only backstory we need to really unlock is Sophia's.
I have no backstory.
You have no backstory.
No.
You should fix that. For all you know, it may need to be unlocked.
I haven't done anything.
I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling straight up bullshit.
Why does it have to be bullshit though?
Because this is Sophia we're talking about.
Oh my god, you
What?
guys, you know me. I mean, I've told you everything.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
she told us everything.
Bullshit.
I don't. You know, I'm just over here. I just noticed that we just know everything about them.
You spend too much time in your van.
I live quite happily under my rock.
So do I. But still, if you actually believe that Sophia, a very prissy, high-end, well-to-do young lady in the art industry, is telling us everything, you live in your van too much.
I mean, I guess occasionally I can go home. I don't know. Probably have a house. I do have an apartment.
Also-
yes.
Also, if it wasn't obvious before, it is beyond obvious now. Sun is totally a vampire.
What?
No, he's
No.
a nice guy, all right?
Are you kidding
So
me?
nice.
He disappeared with Sophia, and
Uh-huh.
she
Gave you
woke
drugs
up.
for free.
He gave us drugs. How bad could he be?
She woke up on the bed.
Uh-huh.
Granted, he was very much a gentleman in the fact that he did not do the sex. But at the same time,
He's a nice guy.
she
See?
woke up with all the symptoms of I just got my blood sucked. And he sleeps during the day.
I just had a great night, and
Hey.
he's a night owl. There's a million
Yeah.
of them.
He
I
works
used
third
to-
shift.
I used to sleep during the day.
Third
Yes,
shift.
you also worked at Walmart. Walmart
Yeah.
employees are confirmed vampires.
I did it when I wasn't working at Walmart.
Then that's just unhealthy.
People
No,
just
it's my
stay up all
natural
night.
sleeping rhythm.
I still,
I still say he's a vampire.
next you're gonna say that my cousin, whom I've known for my entire life, is also a vampire.
I actually wasn't. I was just gonna say he's an asshole.
You know that one I can agree with.
The thing is there's variances, though. He has responded before sunrise.
Yeah.
Vampires don't do anything before sunrise.
See, he checks out.
I don't believe that.
Sorry, not sunrise, but sunset. He has answered before sunset.
Maybe he was waking up too early. It occasionally happens. Happens to everyone. Or you just wake up right before your alarm and you're just like, no!
Maybe. But you don't know that. He's in Chicago right now. And you follow his Instagram, right?
Oh, yeah.
Regular updates. Seems, while most of them do happen during the evening hours, there are a couple that seem to have some semblance of daylight about them. And you don't know enough about photography, so
I know. But outside of this game, as my actual personage, not Rowen, I'm saying he's a vampire.
oh, if we're talking out of character, do you guys actually hold with that? OC, do you think he's a vampire?
Which one are we thinking about right now?
Sven,
Sven.
Oh,
outside of character.
oh. He's
was
such
talking-
a nice guy. He gave us the drugs.
That doesn't make him a nice guy.
He's giving out drugs. How bad could he be?
Told you he was a drug dealer.
Yeah, you might want to rethink that sentence.
What?
A note for disclaimer purposes. We do not condone the use of illegal drugs. Thank you very much.
We also do not condone underage drinking. Both of those things are bad, especially when put together.
That has not happened in game.
I don't care, it still needs to be said.
Fair enough.
Don't buy alcohols for minor people.
And no drinking and driving. Always have someone sober.
Or get pulled over.
Let's be
More-
honest. Let's be honest, guys. You know when you're too messed up to drive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the guy who knows that is also drunk, and I shouldn't trust his decision-making process there.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a camera going, I'd be hard. I'd just be giving it a look.
Same.
Just what's the meme? Gym face.
I think so.
I know the look you're giving me. I deserve it. I regret
do.
nothing.
Of course.
We need to stop giving him what he wants. It gives him power.
No, you give me power by playing my games.
No.
Then I
No,
know what I must do.
I know exactly what to do to make him the happiest person on the planet.
Oh please.
I'm going to toss him into a giant fluffy blanket, roll him into it, and then place him in a nice room that marathons Firefly.
I mean, I was always asleep when you rolled me into the burrito. Burrito.
I know how we can make it bad though.
Don't make
Give me
it
rum.
bad.
Give me
We
rum.
no, we marathon Firefly in the wrong order.
Oh, so you mean the order that it was released by Fox?
Yes.
Valid.
That is valid. But I know how to make him happy again.
Give me rum.
Give you mead.
That too.
Rum is
just-
how you make me happy.
We give him a nice thing of mead, and then we throw in the Lord of the Rings marathon.
Alcohol in general. Let's be honest.
Yep.
Just alcohol.
Orange soda.
Do you guys
I
have
have
any?
that.
Do y'all have any question for me right now?
Mm,
Like player to storyteller, do you have any questions?
Not really.
Just stuff that I have to be patient for.
Currently, though, I am almost falling asleep at desk.
Oh, really? Okay, then
Yeah,
we
I had
can
a rough day.
we can call it a shorter session.
I mean, if you guys can
It's-
keep going without me, that's fine. I just probably should. I got another big one tomorrow.
Right. No, being that uh one person is under house arrest, and Mira, what would you do without Francis around?
Oh,
Raid the van.
steal his heart, crush it.
No.
Oh, you guys
You
made such
monster!
progress.
No, I would legit sick my cat on you. Don't you dare.
You monster.
Oh, progress
I'll
was
throw
made,
a willow at you.
and then progress was lost. But yeah, actually, I
I-
guess we will call it there for a night. So, hey guys, thanks for coming to the post-game powwow that was supposed to be a break, and it's just post-game now.
Yay. Sorry.
Yep. Sorry.
No, it happens. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully within next time we play, we'll have enough. Will state that the schedule for when we play and record these has gone from being alternating weekends to first and third weekends. So that's something we want to hold to. Fifth weekends we might do a special game, like a one shot or something, but I don't know. Thank you for joining us and have a good night.